Have you ever woken up feeling like you didn't get enough sleep, even after a full night's rest? Or maybe you've reached the end of the day and you're drained, not just physically, but emotionally too. What if I told you that the reason you're always tired isn't just about sleep? What if there's a simple fix to that feeling of never having enough energy? To my unstoppable wisdom seekers and fearless life explorers, welcome to the Life Guidance Vault, the place where every insight unlocks a new path to growth, purpose, and transformation. Today, we're diving into a topic that affects all of us: the constant battle with exhaustion. Stick with me for some game-changing insights, and by the end of this, you'll have the keys to not just survive, but thrive with daily energy. I want you to think about the last time you felt truly energized. I mean that buzzing with life kind of energy. Maybe it was after a long walk in the park, or a really good meal with friends. What if you could feel that way every day? Sounds impossible, right? But trust me, it's not. And here's where I'm going to share some of the biggest reasons we feel drained and simple fixes that could change everything. First, let's talk about one of the sneakiest culprits: stress. We've all been there, right? You're juggling work, personal life, and maybe even taking care of others. It feels like there's always something demanding your attention, and before you know it, you're running on empty. But stress isn't just something that happens in your head. It can literally drain your energy reserves. And the worst part? You don't even realize it's happening until you're burnt out. Here's a personal example. I remember a time when I was working on multiple projects at once. I thought I could handle it, but I didn't notice the toll it was taking on me. I felt tired, irritable, and distracted. And you know what? The turning point for me was when I realized I hadn't taken a proper break in weeks. Simple, right? But we often overlook the power of taking time to recharge. If you're constantly pushing, you're not giving your body and mind the space they need to refuel. Now, mindful breaks, that's something I swear by now. I know you've heard it before, but let's really think about it. When was the last time you took 10 minutes to breathe, step away from your tasks, and just be? If you're feeling exhausted, try taking regular, intentional breaks throughout your day. It's amazing how just stepping outside for a few minutes, feeling the sun on your face, or even closing your eyes for a short meditation can bring your energy back. It's like hitting the reset button. What about hydration? I know, it sounds basic, but we often forget how much water our bodies really need. We can live without food for days, but without water, our energy crashes. I used to drink coffee all day long, thinking it was keeping me going. But I quickly learned that coffee might give you a quick fix, but it's a temporary solution. If you're like me, you might forget to drink water in the middle of your busy schedule, but here's a tip. Keep a bottle of water by your side at all times. Make it a habit. Drink water before you even feel thirsty. A small change can make a massive difference. And then, there's sleep quality. I know everyone talks about it, but it's a game changer. Sure, you've heard the advice about getting 7 to 9 hours of sleep, but how many of us are actually getting good quality sleep? Are you scrolling on your phone right before bed? That blue light is tricking your brain into thinking it's still daytime. I used to struggle with this too, but what really worked for me was setting a wind-down routine, a time to disconnect. Maybe read a book or listen to calming music. Trust me, giving yourself that time to unplug can lead to a night of deep, restorative sleep. Pause for reflection. What about you? You find yourself constantly drained, even though you're getting the recommended hours of sleep? Could it be that your habits are subtly draining you throughout the day? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. What do you think might be causing your tiredness? Now, let's talk about another big energy zapper: poor nutrition. If your body is running on processed foods and sugary snacks, it's no wonder you're feeling sluggish. It's like trying to drive a car with low-quality fuel. It might run for a bit, but it won't get you very far. Switching to a more balanced, whole foods-based diet can make a huge difference. It doesn't have to be drastic. Start small. By swapping out a sugary snack for a piece of fruit or a handful of nuts, you'd be amazed at how these small changes will add up to more energy throughout the day. And last but not least, movement. You might be thinking, I'm tired. How's exercising going to help? But hear me out. Regular physical activity doesn't just make you stronger, it boosts your energy. It might feel counterintuitive, but once you start moving, your body releases endorphins, which are like natural energy boosters. Even a short walk or a 10-minute stretch can make a huge difference. So, if you're feeling tired, drained, or stuck in that endless cycle of exhaustion, it's time for a change. Start with one small step. Maybe it's taking a break, drinking more water, or adding a walk into your day. You've got this. And if this video resonates with you, hit that subscribe button and join me on this journey to unlock more life-changing lessons. Share your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear what's worked for you or what you're going to try first. Remember, you have the power to transform your daily energy. It's not about pushing through, it's about giving yourself the right tools, the right habits, and the right mindset. One small step today can lead to a big shift tomorrow. You're not just surviving, you're meant to thrive. And if you need a little boost, I'm here for you. Take that first step. Your unstoppable energy is waiting. You've got this. Let's dive deeper into something that many of us overlook when we're talking about energy. Mental clutter. I want you to think about the last time your mind was completely quiet. No distractions, no racing thoughts. It's rare, right? And yet, a cluttered mind can be just as draining as a lack of sleep. We carry around mental baggage all day. It sucks the life out of us without us even realizing it. Here's the thing. When your mind is cluttered, you're constantly running through a to-do list in your head, replaying past conversations, or worrying about the future. It's like trying to run a marathon with a backpack full of rocks. So, how do we fix this? The solution is simpler than you might think. Mental decluttering. You've heard of physical decluttering, organizing your home, getting rid of things you no longer need? Well, mental decluttering works the same way. Start by writing down everything that's on your mind. Let's get it out, nothing fancy, no filters. Get all the thoughts, worries, and tasks onto paper. It's like giving your brain permission to release those thoughts, so they're no longer weighing you down. You'll be amazed at how much lighter you feel afterward. I know that can feel overwhelming at first, especially if you've never really thought about doing it before. But even just taking 5 minutes at the start of your day or before bed to jot down your thoughts can drastically improve how you feel. And if you're looking for something more, meditation can be incredibly powerful for clearing mental clutter. You don't have to sit in silence for hours, just a few minutes of focused. Breathing can reset your mind and restore your energy. When was the last time you really gave yourself a mental break? How do you usually manage all the thoughts and worries that pile up? I'd love to hear your personal experiences and how you cope with mental clutter. Share your thoughts in the comments. Seem always so inspired by your stories. Now, let's talk about emotional energy. I think we've all experienced days when we feel emotionally drained, not because we did anything physically exhausting, but because of the emotional load we carry, relationships, work pressures, or even just the constant demands of every day. Life can leave us feeling completely wiped out. Here's the thing. It's easy to forget that we need to nurture our emotional energy just as much as our physical energy. If you're constantly saying yes to everyone and everything, you're bound to feel depleted. But here's the good news. You have the power to set boundaries and say no when you need to. I know that might sound tough, especially if you're someone who loves to help others or avoid conflict, but here's the secret. You cannot pour from an empty cup. If you're constantly giving and never replenishing your emotional energy, you're going to burn out. Healthy boundaries isn't selfish, it's necessary for your well-being. For example, I once found myself caught in a situation where I was saying yes to everything, trying to be everywhere at once. And let me tell you, I paid the price. It wasn't until I started to prioritize my needs, even when it meant saying no to others, that I found my energy returning. Saying no isn't about rejecting others, it's about saying yes to your own needs. So, if you're feeling emotionally drained, I challenge you to start setting boundaries, small ones at first. Practice saying no to things that aren't aligned with your energy, and watch how your emotional reserves begin to refill. If this resonates with you, be sure to hit that subscribe button to stay connected, and let me know in the comments what's one boundary you've set or are planning to set to protect your emotional energy. I can't wait to hear your thoughts. Remember, you are the steward of your energy. It's yours to protect, nurture, and replenish. Start by giving yourself permission to care for your mind, body, and emotions in ways that will set you up for success rather than draining you. One shift in how you manage your energy can change the course of your life. You have the power to feel vibrant and full of life. Every single day it starts with the choices you make. So take a deep breath, give yourself grace, and take that first step toward reclaiming your energy. You deserve it. You've got this. Let's talk about the power of sleep and no. I'm not just talking about getting a full night's rest. While sleep is undeniably important, there's more to it than just hitting the pillow and hoping for the best. We all know that getting enough sleep is essential for feeling energized. But it's not just the quantity, it's the quality of sleep that truly matters. Here's a little secret that might surprise you. Your bedtime routine can make or break your energy the next day. It's not just about falling asleep, it's about setting yourself up for a night of restorative sleep. If you're someone who spends hours scrolling through social media or watching TV before bed, I hate to break it to you, but that might be one of the reasons you wake up feeling drained. What I found helpful, and it's something I want to encourage you to try, is establishing a wind-down routine. An hour before bed, try to avoid any screens. The blue light from phones, computers, and TVs messes with your melatonin levels, which is the hormone that helps you fall asleep. Instead, try reading a book, taking a warm bath, or practicing deep breathing exercises. These little changes can make a world of difference in the quality of your sleep. And it's not just about how long you sleep, it's about how deep you sleep. You know, the kind of sleep where you wake up feeling truly rested rather than groggy and still tired? That deep, restorative sleep happens when your mind is calm. Your body isn't too wound up from stress or late-night screen time. If you've been struggling with sleep, I encourage you to try this. Create a sleep sanctuary. Your bedroom should be a place of relaxation and rest. Keep it dark, cool, and quiet, and make your bed a space where you can truly unwind. You'll be amazed at how your energy starts to shift when you give your body the rest it really needs. How do you feel when you wake up in the morning? You groggy and tired? Or do you feel ready to take on the day? Think about your sleep routine. Are there any changes you could make to improve it? I'd love to know what's worked for you. So share your thoughts below. Now, let's talk about nutrition. Not just the food you eat, but how it affects your energy levels. I know you've probably heard the saying, you are what you eat, and while it may sound, there's truth to it. The fuel you put into your body directly affects your energy, but here's the thing. You don't have to follow some strict, one-size-fits-all diet to feel better. The key is balance. I used to think that energy drinks or coffee were my go-to solutions when I needed a pick-me-up, but over time, I realized they were just temporary fixes. They gave me a spike, but then I crashed harder than before. Sound familiar? So, what's the answer? It's all about nourishing your body with foods that give you sustainable energy. Focus on whole, nutrient-dense foods, fruits, vegetables, lean proteins, and healthy fats. These are the real game changers for maintaining consistent energy throughout the day. And don't forget about hydration often. When we feel tired, it's because we're dehydrated. A simple glass of water can give you a huge energy boost. It's also important to listen to your body. Notice how you feel after eating certain foods. Do you feel sluggish after a big, heavy meal? Or do you feel energized after a light, balanced meal? Your body is constantly sending you signals. It's up to you to tune in and respond. If you're feeling stuck in a cycle of quick fixes like coffee or energy drinks, take a moment to think about your food choices. Start incorporating more whole foods into your diet and notice how your energy shifts. And if you're ready to take your nutrition to the next level, be sure to hit that subscribe button for more transformational tips and insights. I'd love to hear how you nourish your body and keep your energy up. Drop a comment below and share your favorite healthy habits with me. Taking care of your body, mind, and emotions isn't about making drastic overnight changes. It's about making small, consistent adjustments that add up to big transformations over time. Remember, energy isn't something you find in a cup of coffee or an energy drink. It's something you create through your choices, habits, and mindset. So take a deep breath and know that your energy is in your hands. With just a few shifts in your routine, you can unlock a whole new level of vitality. I believe in you. You've got the power to make this change, one small step at a time. Let's talk about movement. Yes, you've probably heard it a million times, but hear me out. Movement is one of the most underrated sources of energy. It might sound counterintuitive, but the more you move, the more energy you actually have. And I'm not talking about ours at the gym sometimes. It's the small, simple movements throughout your day that can make all the difference. Here's a little story from my own life. I used to think that when I was feeling drained, the best solution was to curl up on the couch and rest. And while rest is important, I noticed something on the days I made time for even a 10-minute walk or stretched my body a bit. I felt a surge of energy. Does movement have such an impact? Because when you move, you get blood flowing, and blood carries oxygen, nutrients, and energy to your muscles and brain. Regular movement also increases the production of endorphins, those feel-good hormones that boost your mood and make you feel more alive. So, if you've been stuck in the habit of sedentary days, I challenge you to start small. It could be a short walk around the block, a quick stretching routine, or even dancing to your favorite song for a few minutes. Little bursts of movement throughout the day can completely transform your energy levels. Another benefit of regular movement is that it improves your sleep quality. Remember how we talked about the importance of sleep? Well, movement helps your body relax and prepare for a deeper rest. So, if you're struggling with sleep, adding even a small amount of physical activity can be the key to feeling rested and recharged the next morning. When was the last time you moved your body in a way that made you feel energized? It doesn't have to be intense, just a little stretch, a short walk, or some light dancing. How do you think adding more movement could affect your daily energy? I'd love to hear how you stay active, so drop a comment and share your favorite ways to move. Now, let's talk about mindset, because what you believe about your energy levels has a massive impact on how you feel. If you constantly tell yourself you're tired, guess what? You'll keep feeling tired. But if you shift your perspective and start viewing yourself as someone who is vibrant and full of energy, you'll notice a change. It's not magic, it's your brain responding to your thoughts and beliefs. I know it's not always easy to change the way we think about our energy, especially when we're in a rut. But here's an experiment for you. Next time you feel tired, instead of saying, "I'm so tired, I can't do anything," try saying, "Going to find the energy I need to get through this." It's about empowering yourself to take action and make the most of the energy you have. This shift in mindset can create a powerful ripple effect. It's helping you tap into more energy and focus than you might realize. Mindset is also about gratitude. When was the last time you took a moment to appreciate how much energy you already have? We're so focused on what we're lacking that we forget to celebrate what we've got. Gratitude can help you reframe your energy levels and feel more connected to your body and your life. If you've been struggling with your energy levels, I challenge you to try this. Start shifting your mindset. Focus on what's going right. Celebrate the energy you already have. Empower yourself to take small actions to increase it. If you're ready for a new energetic perspective, be sure to hit that subscribe button for more transformational tips and share your thoughts in the comments. How do you shift your mindset when you feel drained? Can't wait to hear from you. Your energy isn't just something you have to wait for, it's something you can create, cultivate, and nourish every single day. By making small changes to how you sleep, eat, move, and think, you have the power to unlock a whole new level of vitality. Remember, it's not about perfection, it's about progress. Every step you take, no matter how small, brings you closer to the energy and life you deserve. So take a moment to appreciate where you are right now. Know that you have everything you need within you to feel energized, vibrant, and unstoppable. One small step today is one giant leap toward the vibrant life you're capable of living. You've got this. I believe in you. Let's dive into stress management, because let's face it, stress is one of the biggest energy drains in our lives. When you're stressed, your body goes into overdrive. Your heart rate increases, your muscles tense up, and your mind races. Over time, this constant state of stress can leave you feeling exhausted, even when you haven't done anything physically demanding. The good news is that stress doesn't have to control your energy. You can take charge of it, and it all starts with how you respond to it. I used to think I had to always be on top of everything, constantly checking off tasks and getting ahead. But I realized that I was doing it at the expense of my energy, running myself ragged with no time to just breathe. How do you manage stress? Well, it doesn't require you to do anything drastic. Sometimes it's as simple as taking a moment to step back and breathe. One technique I've found incredibly helpful is deep breathing. It sounds basic, but when you're feeling overwhelmed, a few deep, intentional breaths can lower your heart rate and clear your mind, creating a feeling of instant calm. Another tool to manage stress is mindfulness. Practicing mindfulness doesn't mean you need to meditate for hours. It's about being present in the moment and letting go of all the distractions. I started incorporating mindfulness into my daily routine, even if it was just for a few minutes while I was sipping my morning coffee or walking to my car. Being fully present in those little moments made such a difference in how I handled the rest of my day. What works for you to relieve stress? Maybe it's journaling, yoga, or even just taking a quiet walk. Whatever it is, find something that helps you release tension and reset your energy. And remember, it's important to make this a daily habit, not just something you do when you're already on the edge of burnout. What stresses you out the most in your daily life? How do you cope with it? Take a moment to think about whether your current stress management methods are working for you or if there's room for a change. I'd love to know how you manage stress. Share your thoughts in the comments now. Let's talk about the importance of purpose. When you have a sense of purpose or something you're deeply passionate about, it's like you're running on a different type of energy altogether. Have you ever felt that surge of energy when you're working on something that excites you? That's the kind of energy we should be tapping into more often. I've noticed that when I'm aligned with my purpose, I have so much more drive and energy. But when I'm not, when I'm doing things just because I feel like I have to, my energy feels drained. So how can we tap into this powerful energy source? The first step is to get clear on what matters most to you. What are the things that light you up? What makes you feel alive? It could be a creative hobby, your career, or a cause you care about. When you prioritize these passions, your energy will naturally flow toward them. I've found that when I focus on my purpose, the daily tasks that once seemed tiring feel more manageable. It's like my purpose provides me with a steady stream of energy to pull from, even on tough days. Call to action, CTA. If you're feeling stuck or like your energy is drained, it might be time to reconnect with your purpose. Take a moment today to reflect on what excites you and energizes you, whether it's a career goal, a personal project, or something else entirely. And if you're ready to take charge of your energy, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and share your thoughts with me in the comments. What brings you energy? I'd love to hear your story. Closing emotional impact, it's important to remember that feeling tired and drained doesn't mean you're failing, it means you're human. The key to lasting energy is in the way you nurture your mind, body, and soul. By making small, intentional shifts in how you live each day, you can start to feel more vibrant, more energized, and more aligned with your true self. So if you're feeling tired, know this: you have the power to change it. Every small action you take to improve your sleep, nutrition, movement, mindset, stress management, and purpose is a step toward more energy. It won't happen overnight, but with patience, consistency, and self-compassion, you can transform your energy and your life. You deserve to feel energized and unstoppable. I believe you have the power to make that happen.